to do some provisioning.
We've been in Ensenada for 3 days now, longer than we expected since we ended up having a tip on our boat from 2010. But working with Baja Naval, we cleared it up and were able to leave 3 days later. All that was left was provisioning. Wow, that's a good deal. That is a good deal.
It's like 75 cents.
Wow. Oh boy, get in a candy shop here. We picked up 3 more Rapala, the tuna's favorite we've heard, and headed back to the boat to stow and sail off.
2 o 3 semanas o ahora a la isla. First the garlic, did you put it all in here?
Yeah.
They're in here.
It's time to leave Ensenada, and the wind just picked up. It's got to be like over 10 knots, so leaving this slip might be a little tricky because the wind is wanting to blow us into the dock. And we're kind of leaving at it's like 1:30 right now. We want to make it to Isla Todos Santos, which is 10 nautical miles, and we don't want to anchor in the night. That's like our #1 rule. So I don't know, we're kind of maybe close, and so we will decide whether we're gonna just keep sailing or anchor once we get a little closer. But yeah, I'm excited. Our friend Bo, who was hauled out in Ensenada, along with Baja Naval staff, came to help fend.
I got it. All right, you're clear.
Yeah, I can loosen the staysail sheet. She's loose. We just left Ensenada. We're going about 3 knots right now in about, 11 knots of wind. So it's gonna be a nice slow day sail to Isla Todos Santos. I'm excited. We got off the dock, a little sketchy, but thankfully our friend Bo basically held our entire boat off the corner of the dock. Yeah, we're gonna hoist the staysail now and finally just enjoy like a nice slow sail, small waves, long period intervals. It should be pretty nice. We've been waiting and working hard for what seems like years to be sailing in Mexico, and right now we feel the most excited we've felt in a long time. We finally made it past Ensenada, checked into the country, and are free to play around along the Baja coastline. We have the rest of Baja, desolate and beautiful desert, to have fun and get the hang of cruising. Just got to Isla Todos Santos, the South Island in one of the northern anchorages in the cove, and this place is like unlike anything I've ever seen. Just steep, jagged rocks, and it's kind of got this like.
Extend it with this line because I can't pull this with just the oar.
That's Grant. He's on the dinghy over there trying to deploy the stern anchor. And yeah, this place has kind of got like a mysterious, dark kind of vibe. There's just like seals staring at you from every angle. Oh, and there's just my husband scaling a rock, getting our boat stern anchor in. That is why it's important to stay healthy. There's also, you can't see, but there's a ton of fish pens all over on this side. One cruising guide said there wouldn't be fish pens, and it was a safe anchorage, with pad eyes on a pinnacle to tie your stern line to. Sounded easy enough. Well, turns out in the dusk lighting, we couldn't find the pad eyes to tie up to, and the anchorage entrance was surrounded by fish pens. So we went with stern tying to the solid rock pinnacle that Grant found. He says that he saw a 5/8 cable wrapped around the rock, assuming it was someone else's anchor prior. However, he didn't trust the existing cable, so he used sacrificial 1/2-inch double braid to tie around the pinnacle himself. We also assumed the seafloor was covered in rocks and kelp, and we didn't want to risk getting fouled up in this little anchorage had we used an anchor. Grant says that I'm painting a scary picture with this description. He says he wasn't scared at all. However, this is also my story to tell, and sometimes I get nervous anchoring. This was one of those times. Sweet, we got our bow and stern anchor on. It's just after sunset, so we timed it pretty perfectly. Thank God we didn't, because look at what we are surrounded by, the fish pens, which explains all the wildlife here, and I am pretty excited to go hiking around and see what the little island has to offer. But yeah, first things first, a glass of wine. Ooh. Amber spotted the big sea lion that just went under. Hola, amigo.
Hola.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Peces. Corvina rayada.
Wow.
¿Cuál tipa? Corvina. ¿O corvida? Ajá. Ah, sí. Ah, sí.
He said they were corvina, a hardy white-fleshed fish most likely found at fish markets rather than grocery stores, and can be cooked in a variety of ways. The fish pens are anchored in like floating rafts. The one that was closest to us was a big floating raft that had a bunch of smaller pens inside of it where they grow the fish. Passage, and we have to go through some of these steep rocks to get to where we can get on shore. I got her collar. How cool.
We're like, who are you guys?
We got some curious neighbors here. That's where we just dinged over.
Those are swells that will feel.
All over on the ground up there. Little bitty. Just stumbled upon these. I wonder if they're like part of the rookery, but they're boxes and they're plumbed. Just come out right there. Today we are feeling like explorers rather than sailors. A desolate island covered in cactus forests and pelican nests. Not every day is a good day. Lots of times we are working on the boat or planning our next passage or just waiting out some harsh weather. Isla Santos Norte, Isla Santos Sur. How was my accent? But today we finally relax and enjoy our first island in Mexico. There's the fishing pens, a new boat, and then Mundial's mast. Oh, there she is. I see what you did now on the anchor.
Yeah, I just wanted to be able to slip the anchor, so I ran a line from one side through a line that's wrapped around that pinnacle and then back to the boat.
Hi guys! Time to finally get to the home port on Mundial. So let's go over here and take off Annapolis, Maryland. Note to self, next time you need to do vinyl lettering, do it when the boat is on the hard. Bobbing up and down with my back occasionally hitting the wind vane did not make this boat task enjoyable. I eventually had to call Grant over for help, but something that I've been meaning to do is finally done, and that always feels good.
Yeah. Oh,
What?
it just looks like you're gonna be downhill.
Tilted?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's super crooked.
You can get away with the C being a little crooked.
Yeah.
Just back the A off and just turn it. Just to test. The letter C doesn't exist. Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, sure.
It's gonna have to do. I did my one task for the day. Feeling proud of myself, and now I'm gonna go lay in the hammock and read. I think Grant's making water, and my friend over there left. He was hanging on the little buoy platform. And yeah, today's one of those good days, for sure.
We got our motor on.
On our first whale sighting. Cool. And just like that, weather was coming and it was time to head to the next anchorage. We left Todos, Santos, and sailed the 20 nautical miles to Puerto Santo Tomas. Cute little fishing village. Anchored in about 26 feet of water. Yummy! Another really nice day. We're in Punta Santa Tomas and it's beautiful, super glassy, no wind. Hola! Wow! Oh, es grande!
A ver, ¿cómo salió?
¿Sí?
Pero más para acá, más para acá, así. No, para acá, para acá y...
Ah, okay.
No,
Oh! Exploring a new little fishing village, and we were the only boat in the anchorage again. We didn't mind being the only sailors this time. At least there were some locals to talk to, and ones that gave us freshly harvested urchin. Oh, feels so good. Oh boy!
Yeah.
It's nice. Good. I'm excited to have some urchin. What did they call it in Spanish? Urizi?
Dryish.
So I'm gonna make sure there's no black quartz. And then we're gonna rinse it off with fresh water?
Nope.
No?
Alright.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow. Creamy. Little salt water flavor. Half the crew today is living their best life with some freshly caught little sheep's head. It's the leftover of our dinner.
Ash, sit. Good girl. Ember, sit. Good girl. Down. Ash, down. Ember, okay. Okay. Ash, okay.
Ah, it's our amigo. Hola, buenos días.
Ya llegué con la cerveza.
Sí.
Sí.
Todo bien.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias a ustedes.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Mande.
Mande?
¿Cómo me llamo?
Sí.
Igual que tu esposo.
Ah, Ricardo. Ah, ok.
Sí, René Ricardo Valenzuela Colmenero. En inglés, yo digo René Richie Valens Colmenero.
Reggie.
Reggie.
René Ricardo.
Ricardo said he would get us beer for us, so we gave him some pesos and a little extra to do us the favor. However, the following day he returned asking if he could crew with us, and in our broken Spanish, I said sadly, no, there isn't any room. He begged a bit longer and didn't leave our boat for a while until the dogs started barking so loud that there was no point to conversing. A lesson learned on setting boundaries that day.
Bye.
Bon dia, bye!
He said he didn't have any sunglasses.
Oh!
So I gave him those ones. Those cheapo ones.
You just gave him sunglasses?
Yeah, it's all good. It's karma.
I think meaning I have to freshen up on my Spanish.
Well, part of it is people, they just, as soon as they think you speak Spanish, they just...
So fast.
Yeah.
Muy rápido. But, hey, at least we got some cervezas. Well, and just like that, one day we're here. Copy. One day we're here, and the next we are heading out, trying to find a better anchorage. Oh, going through kelp, go to the right. You're clear. Yes, we got word that there's weather coming in, a big storm up in Alaska, and that it'll be pretty big winds and waves on Saturday, and today is Monday, so that gives us the week to get down to Turtle Bay, which is about 285 nautical miles. So we're gonna do a 2-day offshore passage. It'll be our first offshore passage that's more than one night. And we are both a little anxious for different reasons. One, Grant does not like when I'm grumpy and he doesn't want to hurt my back more. But I'm feeling fine and I'm up for the challenge, and the other reason is, well, that's kind of it. But I feel confident in us, and I think we'll get there by Wednesday afternoon. A little tired, but hopefully smooth seas. Ooh, turning around to see a shark. How cool! What is it? Ooh. So glassy. It's going under.
A little too close.
On. Oh well, we'll never know.
It wasn't a sunfish.
It's approaching evening time. We've been sailing for about 8 hours. We're flying the asymmetrical, going about 5 knots.
Now we're only about 2.8.
We're about 40 nautical miles south of Puerto Santo Tomas, and we have like 210 more to go. But yeah, we're going slow pace and hope to make landfall in a couple days. It's the first day of the longer passage that we have, and it's been nice just hanging out. Grant's taking a little snooze on the deck. After over a month of cruising, we've solidified our night passage routine. After an early dinner, Grant will usually try to take a nap from 5 to 7 p.m. Then I sleep from about 7 to 1 a.m. And then we switch, and from 1 a.m. till sunrise, I'm up on deck. And this all depends on the weather. If strong winds are predicted to shift a whole bunch during my shift, then Grant and I will usually switch, so he does the more sporty sail on his own, rather than vice versa. But this time around, it was mostly motoring because there was no wind. Grant's one request, get the hand lines out at first light. That I could do. Look who decided to wake up just to tell me to get the hand lines out. You gotta go back to bed though.
Funny as I looked out here and I was like, oh, I wonder if we're gonna get a bite. And at that exact moment,
No way.
$10 it's a bonita.
$10 yellowtail.
Out here?
No?
Maybe.
Fighting pretty hard?
I mean, this is a pretty fucking heavy reel and rod. Come grab the gaff. I'll get the gaff.
Oh, I see the fish!
It's a yellowfin tuna.
What? Dude! Come on. You want me to gaff?
Big. Black the line, please. You're pulling on me.
Okay, slack.
And then grab my dive knife.
Yeah! Wow!
What's in there?
Holy
This is the death rattle.
Yeah!
Can we put the hand lines out again?
Woohoo! We got a fish!
Because this is sweet.
Amber, that is a tuna.
Muscle twitch.
Thanks for watching, and see you next week. And thanks to our newest patron, Liza, for joining the crew.